welcome to Tournament Soccer, the Ktnq Championship game, in care of the North American Soccer Organization, NASO, here at Daniels Field in San Pedro. How's it going, everybody? I'm George Langevin, and we're bringing you some good soccer action here. Simi Valley Siege in black, playing Combinado de San Diego in blue. Simi Valley will be attacking to our left-hand side in the first half, and Combinado de San Diego will be attacking to our right-hand side. So get ready for some good soccer. Let's go over some lineups here. First, we'll start out with Combinado de San Diego. We have a keeper today, Enrique Fonseca and Sergio Preciado. And the defenders, Rafael Villanueva, Abel Padilla, who also plays some midfield. Also a defender, Arturo Dominguez, Dario de la Riva, Alvaro Melgoza. And now the midfielders, it will be Alonso Perez, Martin Rivera, Ireneo Dominguez. Those will be the midfielders today. And now the attackers, attacking line, Oscar Casillas, Hugo Melgoza, Gerardo Padilla, Jose Luis Cuevas, Armando Varela, Oscar Casillas, Dario Barajas. A lot of forward people involved in the game in that particular position. The coach for Combinado is Gerardo Garcia. It's the Siege. They've had a marvelous season, 39 wins and no losses, and 4 ties, one of them being a 2-2 game against Combinado during the summer of this year. So they're looking to try to get away with a victory and win this whole thing themselves. The coach of the team, player coach Marwan Assad, he'll be playing midfield today. The manager of the team is Joe Rodriguez. The goalie this afternoon is Joel Entrecid. Defenders, Andy Torres, Don Imamira, William Durkin, Scott Murray, John Alvarez, Ed Burns will be playing defense. Scott Peary, Frank Cubillos, Juan Flores, and Steve McKenzie, as well as the coach we had mentioned, will be playing the midfield positions today. And the front line of this team will be playing in the game. We have John Tronson, Thor Lee, Steve Linhart, and a shot nearly hitting the top of the post, and it goes out of bounds. Nice try by the Siege. So we will now have a goal kick coming up for Combinado. First threat of the ball game, and they're able to throw out that one. A 0-0 tie here in the Ktnq Championship. At midfield is where we are. The Siege, Scott Murray playing defense today. Now back over to Ed Burns. Burns, a graduate of Cal State Northridge, 1991. Actually, this whole team is from the Cal State Northridge College, actually university. They played over different periods of years. It's almost like an alumni team that's out there playing and giving it their all. A lot of them have played professional soccer. We'll let you know about that as we go on through time in this ball game. 45-minute halves is what we have, and 90 full minutes of soccer plus overtime if needed in this final game. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this ball game. It should really be a thrilling one, and I know you're going to enjoy it. Ball going out towards the left, intended for Linhart, taken back away by Combinado. They call themselves Combinado de San Diego because what it means, obviously, is a combination of different areas of the San Diego County where these players get together and form a team, almost like an all-star team. And they played with each other and against each other for many, many years. And I'm sure a lot of these Northridge players have played against each other in practice and have been able to see each other's games during the soccer season. Some of them have played in the American Professional Soccer League. Lofting ball against the keeper. Nice play as he stopped the drive of the forward line. Good move by the goalie for Combinado. And he clears it out of there. So 2 chances for Simi Valley in this game. 2 shots on goal have been negated at this point. Taken back now by Steve McKenzie, and now the Combinado team will take charge themselves, trying to make a run for it if they can early on in this ball game. Soccer, really a game of patience. You have to sit back and strategize how you want to move the ball, who you want to go to, and it's like a chess game out there. And It takes time to develop certain plays and patterns. You just got to be patient and wait for your moment. You can, well, actually not necessarily wait, but you have to hope that it will happen for you. You got to go out there and make things happen too. But you don't want to rush plays or rush passing. Now over along the defensive line for the Siege as they clear it out of there. Nice attempt for John Tronson from Ed Burns. John, an outstanding ball player. Graduated in 1986 from Cal State Northridge. Was an All-American his final year of school. Good way to end it. Ed Burns, a 91 graduate of Cal State Northridge. Nice lead pass to Linhart. Centered and kicked a shot on goal. Taken back by the keeper of San Diego. And he clears it out. A third shot on goal by the Siege here in the first 6 minutes of the ball game. Juan Flores. Lofting ball, trying to find a man in the middle. A foul inside the box and an injury. And looks like that's going to be Thor Lee. Thor went up for the shot, and he was obstructed inside the box. And see if he'll be all right. And we're going to have a free kick right on the outskirts, I guess, of the box. So they'll be, I guess, forming some kind of wall to prevent. We'll see if Thor's all right. Thor's a hard-nosed player out there, a two-time All-American. He knows what it means taking a hit out there. He can do it. They claim soccer is not really a rough ball, a game like football, maybe not, but there's a lot of fouling, a lot of things going on, a lot of injuries can happen. Knee injuries like football, so it isn't a soft game by any means. Taking the kick will be, actually not Thor, it'll be Frank Cabillos. Shot and deflected away. He's trying to get it up high, couldn't quite do it. So now the ball will go back over to San Diego. San Diego's had a good history of soccer for anyone from the San Diego area. It's been a marvelous year for the University of San Diego, which by Seamus McFadden, USD has made it to the Final Four. And it's really been remarkable how they've been able to come back from a dismal year last year. They made some recruiting moves that have really paid off. They've got an outstanding freshman attacker who's really fueled their ball club as well as other players. And hopefully that'll be a sign of good seasons to come for them consistently. San Diego itself has had some great high school success stories. The San Diego high school team has won some CIF championship games, and a lot of these players from the type of heritage that this Combinado team is. The Mexican type people who are really skillful at the game and really are outstanding. Ball at midfield line, taken back away. The Siege have it now. Scott Murray in some traffic. Steve McKenzie. Good hard play, though, by Combinado. Giving it their all. They're trying to just get the ball back away. Siege looks like they're just playing keep away with the Combinado. Combinado does not give up. They're pretty relentless, though, as they make the effort to get that ball towards the net. Have not had a shot on goal yet in this first 8.5 minutes of the ball game. I'm George Langevin. Hope you're looking forward to a good soccer match. I am. And I hope you're having fun watching this one. Very entertaining. Taking a look at yourselves out there in video, or just friends and family watching their relatives on this tape. Over along the far side now, Siege taking their time, methodically moving the ball. Nice long ball lifting to the net. The keeper has it, and he beats his man in front. Good move as he takes charge out there. The keepers today for Combinado, Enrique Fonseca and Sergio Preciado. I believe it's Sergio playing in the first half. Correct me if I am wrong. I do apologize if that is the case. Centering pass by Combinado as they make a first bid now. Over there, the star striker, Pablo Varela. Siege will now have no part of that, though. Soccer really has grown, though, you know, in San Diego and in L.A. as well. They've got Soccer L.A. and Soccer San Diego for the youth clubs in those particular areas. All over, they even serve Orange County. The L.A. magazine does, and I think part of San Diego, parts of that magazine do as well. And a good way to read and learn about the game and also get involved with the youth programs here, because a lot of these youth players, these guys here, they didn't just start playing now. They started out when they were young, got a chance to really learn the game and be fundamentally sound and bring it to their professional level. It's good to see the sport growing. We hope that the sport will continue to be successful once the World Cup comes here in 1994. We'll have to wait and see, though. Seems like Americans get impatient. They want scoring, but I tell you what, though, if they really learn how to appreciate the sport, it isn't just scoring, it's this the hustle and bustle of trying to get a shot on goal and making some great, exciting saves. It's really exciting just to watch that. And that one will trickle out of bounds at the far side. Referee telling the players to back off, trying to keep this game in control. No physical play as far as pushing or shoving yet, but you never know. Once things get going here, you get more intense. You have that desire to really put one through, and you forget about what you're doing. You get so involved with the game. So far, so good. No cards issued yet. They take a look there at Joel Entrikin, the keeper. Joel is from San Diego. I believe he's actually from the North County area. We did one of his ball games when he played for the Sagan de Guido Surf, and they were one of the teams for the Ktnq Cup, a big tournament out in San Diego for the adults. And I'm sure some of these players are well aware of it. We're scoreless here in the first half. The Ktnq Tournament Championship game. Centering inside, loose ball, and it's in. Another goal by Combinado. A score by number 13, Pablo Varela, on an assist from Jose Luis Cuevas and another teammate to put one through, and Combinado takes the 1-0 lead. That's the way you want to start a ball game. Get the first score of the game, get your team ignited, and Pablo has done that. Pablo, the main scorer on this ball club, and he's put one in to get his team off the board, on the board first, that 1-goal lead. The Siege now will have some work to do to get back and ready to tie this one up as soon as they can. Over there is Steve McKenzie. The defense ready to clear it, and they do for Combinado. Over along the near side in front of us is Luis Cuevas. Centering now as Combinado looking for a second quick goal. Shot there, and a nice save by Entrikin. Joe was going for the attacking player, but he was just not right on balance the way he wanted to be, and the player who scored the first goal, that being Pablo, was able to just kind of off balance, so kick the ball just barely, just enough to get it through. It was really a good play the way he just was near the ground almost and just trying to lift himself up and trying to put it in, and it worked. One of those seeing eye goals that you just can't do much about. That'll happen too in this game. Got a lot of things that happen in soccer that really are fascinating. You got the goals that will hit the post and bounce in, the ones that will trickle off and go off a player's head into the net. A lot of different ways to score in this game. At midfield and cleared out away by San Diego, Luis Cuevas, and now distributed to Entrikin. Scott Murray doing his job. Scott Murray, a former professional soccer player for the Hollywood Kickers, the American Professional Soccer League in 1987. He was a MVP as well in the Greater LA Soccer League in 1988. He's really a solid player. Now we have a foul here, and now the referee motioning to one of the players, and a yellow card has been issued. Indeed it is. It's been issued too. Let's see who that is. We're trying to figure it out here. And going out of the game momentarily there will be number 3, Rafael Villanueva. So Rafael has been told to sit it out for a bit here, cool off. Apparently you get like a 7-minute time of like a 7-minute sit-out penalty. Shot, that's blocked nicely. Another one fouled through and above the net. Nice athletic ability being shown by Frank Cabillos, the midfielder. Frank had his first shot blocked, but he came out of it with the rebound and just followed it right through, and that one was hit with a lot of velocity, but no good. But nice attempt, though. The Siege have got about 5 shots on goal to Combinado's 1 or 2, and that one being one of the goals. So Combinado has not gotten a lot of shots, but the quality has been there as they get one through and taking that 1-0 lead here in the first half. Steve Lint, Jose, that is, has been very, very active in the throw-ins for his team, for San Diego. Just at midfield now, just trying to get things going again. There's been some good breaks in this game so far, but the defense has held up. goalies are very, very skillful and have been very difficult to beat in the net. And right there, that one goes outside the net and out of bounds. Shot by Thor Lee. He's one of the dangerous players on the Simi Valley team, as well as John Tronson. Both players, former All-Americans. We've got several others too, though. We've got Frank Cabillos, Marwan Assad. And Marwan, believe it or not, is the coach of the Cal State Northridge University. Nice lead ball there for Combinado. Centering inside, a shot and a save right there by Entrikin. Shot on goal there. I believe that was number 13. Trying to get his second goal of the day. Score remains 1-0. San Diego over Simi Valley. Nice lead ball, and that one headed just to the left and wide. Nice try, though, by the Siege. Steve McKenzie with a nice lead header for his man who was in the clear, and he timed it perfectly, but he just shot it off a little bit. That actually was Thor Lee trying to put one through, but not to be. Siege will get one of these days, though. You keep on shooting shots to the net, you're bound to get one in, as they say. The law of averages will catch up to the other squad. Good crowd on hand. As you see, a lot of people came out here from out of the area, both teams from pretty good distance away, just to see their players play here. Daniels Field is where we're at in San Pedro. Good look at William Durkin. William, a stopper in the game today. He is a 88 grad of Northridge. William played on the All Far West team in 88, his last year of school. As you see the scoreboard, the time not going off on the clock. Some of the games you'll see that happen, but not here. They're just going to keep the time to the field and show the fans the score of the game, and that's will be, I guess, it. As we'll have a kick from the side here. It'll be number 12. We don't have his name in our program, sorry to say, for Combinado. 50-50 ball, and no one has it yet. Sieging out, keeping it on the ground. Not able to set up any kind of shot. Steve just relentless, though. Siege is really in great physical condition. They play soccer all the time. Just got to be dedicated. And a break here for Combinado. Here they come on a roll. Centering pass inside, and it's a goal. A goal by Combinado. Hugo Melgosa lead pass to Pablo, but he really wasn't in the greatest spot as far as trying to get a regular shot on goal, but it went between him and the defender off of both of them. Defending on that play was William Durkin, but they were able to put it in, and the goal has resulted. And now San Diego off to a 2-0 lead here in the 18th minute of the first half. So San Diego trying to get themselves established here quickly, and they have. They've not gotten a lot of shots on goal, but the quality has really been there for them, and they've been able to take advantage of it. The breakaway, led by Hugo Melgosa, has resulted in that goal. He broke to the left, centered to the middle for Pablo. He was caught between Durkin and the net, but was able to just somehow get it in there. Ball just kind of went off both players and went in. It was one of those kind of things, but they're ahead by 2, and the Siege now need to get back into this game quickly. With the kind of players they have, you really can't count anybody out, no matter how far behind they are. Both these teams are so skillful, so talented, so experienced, and have played professional soccer before. They know what it takes, and they know what it means to be down in the game. At the far side is San Diego again, and that one will go out of play. A lot of tournaments going on all year long for a lot of these adult teams, as we are starting to find out. A lot of them who just want to continue to play soccer and play for money, and the winner of this team will receive a big payoff. Don't know the exact amount, but it's like a real type thing. The winner will have a bigger purse prize than the loser in this game, as far as money goes, and that's another way incentive. But I think these guys just love the game too. I mean, you got to have that in you as well. They're obviously not going to be getting rich playing the game, but they go out there and they want to compete. They want to continue to play, and maybe some of them will end up still hooking up to playing some soccer in a professional league once things get going. Some of the San Diego Nomads had been playing in the APSL for a few seasons, but in 1990 they had stopped due to the finances, and they folded, and some of these other teams have too. So hopefully these players will hope to come back and play in a professional team when they get the opportunity, but I'm sure a lot of them have family now, and they don't really want to have to take off so quickly anymore. But they're out here locally playing and enjoying themselves and getting the competitive spirit of everything, and I think that's important as well. Tripped up there was Simi Valley's Mackenzie by San Diego, and he'll get the benefit of that call. So far, we've only had one yellow card issued, that being to Rafael Villanueva, who has sat it out for the past 7 minutes. Don't know if he'll come back in the ball game. We do have a pretty good roster for Combinado. They got a total of 6 reserves on their team versus 3 for the Siege. Cross kick, 50-50 ball near the net. Up high in the air, they're trying to come down with somebody. Coming down to right there, though, clustered around the penalty area and able to back off the attack of the Siege. The Siege don't quit. A shot on goal there, blocked nicely by the keeper. Kicked out of there, and nice move by Combinado. A nice hard shot attempt by John Tronson, not to be, as that ball goes out of bounds. Tronson dangerous, an All-American in '86. While at Cal State Northridge, he has really shown some skills today, as well as Thor Lee. Those two players really have to be reckoned with as far as the forward line, and a shot there off to the side. Siege has continued to get shots on goal, but have been denied every single time. They've had about 9 shots on goal here in the first half of play alone. Goal kick coming up, the first of many that we've seen for Combinado this late afternoon. Nice kick over the midpoint line. Headed back away by the Siege, though. Their ears and eyes are open for that soccer ball, and they show why, as they react to the ball very, very quickly. Combinado now trying to make a run, trying to get a third goal in there. Trying to make a turn, not able to do so. Nice defense there by Durkin as he stops his man from making a quick turn and pass for an attacker in the middle. Ktnq putting on this tournament, this being the last game, the championship event. And it's been a long haul for these teams to get here. Had to play several weeks to pass other ball clubs. You can see the banner right there, the sponsor of this tournament. Corner kick for Combinado, and headed away and out of bounds. Nice move by Linhart, and I'll do another one. Trying to get it right at the center of the goal mouth, not too high. That one was a nice one. Nice header away by the Siege again, right on the ball. Very quickly to react to the ball, this entire team we've seen so far. Very impressive. Get a toss in from the near sideline. And it will go to actually behind the midpoint line. We had thought it was past there, but that's where they're going to take it, and have done so. 2-0 game. San Diego up here in the first 24 minutes of the first half. Time not completely official, depending, of course, on the referee. His clock will maybe vary with what I'm giving you, but it's a general plus or minus 2-3 minutes of time. Nice attempt by the keeper, and Combinado clears it just in time, and not a moment too soon as they pass it and find an open man as he passes it up past the midpoint line. If that first pass does not go to him, it could have been curtains there for Combinado, but they were able to react quickly and get the ball away. Nice play by the keeper for San Diego to thwart that attempt by the Siege, and now he is injured And we're going to have a stoppage of play. Don't know if he's got leg cramps or something. A little bit cooler in the evening, more than maybe some of the players had expected. And apparently he'll be okay. He's just trying to cool off a little bit, and that's what he's doing. Apparently he either got the wind knocked out of him, but he appears like he'll be okay. So that's good to see. So we'll get back into play here. And we'll have Combinado with possession of the ball. And it'll go over to Sasij. 2-0 the score. I'm George Langevin, bringing you this ball game here. Anybody here wants a game videotaped professionally with play-by-play and full coverage, give George Langevin Productions a call, and that's an open net. And that is a goal as I speak. And a score right there by Thor Lee. The net was open, the goalie was out of the box, and it was clear sailing from then on in. And the Siege break the scoreless drought as they get their first goal of the game. It is now 2-1. Combinado still leading over the Siege, but a big one for Simi Valley as they get themselves going here in this first half of play. So Thor Lee igniting his ball club when they needed it most. Didn't want to be scoreless in the first half. And able to break the drought here. As we're just trying to establish some more offense for either side. Combinado looked like they were tripped up, and now the referee's trying to tell the players to cool it off a little bit and don't get too physical, because he'll let them sit out the game, at least for the 7 minutes, for a yellow card. That's what the rule is, and that, I guess, will give them motivation not to try to commit any roughhousing or fouling here, but it's hard to help that when you're involved with the game. Free kick for San Diego, and a line drive kick right to Ktnq. Nice play, as he was in command of it all the way. And he'll find his defender and distribute accordingly. Bill's mentioning, if you want an event tape, just give us a call at 619-549-9952. We'd love to be happy to give you the entire event as this one is being done. Cleared out of there by San Diego again. Playing a little defense lately here since the Siege have gotten that goal in the game, but yet they've really kind of dominated a lot of this game anyway. They've got about 11 shots on goal and have converted one of them. Combinado's got about 4 shots on goal and have converted 2, which is a pretty good percentage. But we'll see what happens here. Look there at the head coach of Combinado, Gerardo Garcia, and one of the players coming out of the ball game here. Referee speaking with one of the players here about what the rules are, and let's see if they're going to have somebody come in the ball game. Now he's telling somebody to come out here. Don't quite know what this is about here. Going over that first goal by the Siege, I want to reiterate that the goalie came out of the box, tried to block the shot by one of the players, and now someone here taken down. And now one of the Siege players, I believe, is being shown the bench there for a while, that being number 2, Andy Torres, as one of the players got taken down along the far side there. So each team has gotten a yellow card so far in this first half of this ball game. We want to reiterate again, the goalie for Combinado had tried to block the shot by one of the attackers and couldn't do so, and then he was off balance and the ball was loose, and the other player was able to convert it, that being Thor Lee. Lee and Trounston were on the move there, and Lee was able to back up Trounston and convert the score. 2-1 it is. San Diego still up by 1. Ktnq will be patient now and wait for his team to set themselves up. Chance for them to take a little bit of a break here. It is a long haul to play that much soccer. You've got to be in great physical condition. It's always good to give them a little bit of a breather for a second, especially when nobody's trying to attack you while you have the ball. Combinado now trying to make a run for it. And I think that's an offsides call right there, and it is. Had the right intentions. The fans are getting excited about that one, but not to be. Too many men in front before the ball got there. So the Siege will take charge on the free kick from their own end of the field, hoping to convert another one to tie this game before halftime. Nice lofting ball up right around the 30-yard line, and now outside the arc, dropping down for the keeper for San Diego. Nice distribution by the keeper, but the Siege defense too much for San Diego to move it any further. Tripped up, but no call. Playing on. Here they come. Looking for a shot on goal. Nice catch by the keeper, John Tronson, trying to get one through for the Siege. Not to be. The twosome of Lee and Tronson are very tough to stop. But I tell you, San Diego's done a good job of snuffing them out so far in this game, holding on to that 1-goal lead. Steve McKenzie, answered back by San Diego. Moving down now, here they come, and right over to Entrikin. The defender had a lot of confidence, and that shows a lot of confidence when you're off balance and are able to distribute the ball back to your teammate without too much of a problem. Players, I'm sure, practice a lot of that in the scrimmages they have amongst each other when they've got time to really get to know each other, but I'm sure a lot of them have played with each other for several years, considering they all went to the same college, Cal State Northridge. Nice driving kick towards the net, off to the left, trying to keep it in is Tronson, and cleared away by the defender. Good play by Combinado as they stop the Siege, that being Dario de la Riva. Dario making a good play and stopping the shot and attack of Tronson. A very close call indeed, and stopped by San Diego. So as 2-1, it still remains the score. But we have seen numerous shots on goal by the Black Simi Valley Siege. Combinado with it at midpoint line. Making a move in his Enrique Dominguez. Centering to the striker. And knocked out of there by Scott Murray. Pablo Varela, dangerous when he gets inside there. He's shown it already in this ball game 2 times. He scored both of the goals on an assist from Jose Luis and Hugo Melgosa. Over the other side of the net, up and over the top of the crossbar and out of bounds. And it'll be another goal kick for the Siege. So Combinado making some threatening shots there. And all this shot about 6 shots on goal in the first half to about 12 for the Siege team. But they're up by 1 goal, and that's all it really counts, I guess, isn't it? Is the score. Joel is getting a lot of work now these last few minutes of the game. Got about 10+ minutes remaining in the first half of play. Simi Valley trailing San Diego by 1. Patiently moving it through, methodically. Here they come. Skipping rope, it looks like. Trying to get a shot on goal, that being Steve Linhart. Referee calling that play dead, as he's going to call a foul, and it'll go in favor of the Siege. Didn't bother Linhart any. He was going to continue to go forward anyway. He got tripped up some, but he continued to pursue. Well, referee now will call it dead. We'll get a kick indirect, I believe, by Scott Murray and also Frank Cubillos near the ball, as the wall will be formed by Combinado. Here's the test of the play. Shot on goal, and it is good! It is good, and a kick on goal that goes right through and over the heads of the players by Scott Murray. Nice goal by Murray. Did it all by himself. Just went away from everybody and found a spot. It's almost like a marksman with the foot, and he showed that he can do something like that. And gotta watch him in bowling and arrowing. He'd be dangerous. Perfect placement of the ball. And the Siege now have tied this ball game up 2-2. Simi Valley now hoping to take the lead before halftime if they possibly can. Combinado started out with a flourish with a couple of goals, but they never really got that many shots on goal, but they made up for it with the quality that they put through. But the Siege have been all over, making shots on goal left and right, and have not been able to convert. Now they're starting to get them through, and it's paying off for them. Hugo Melgosa involved in the second goal of the day today with the ball. Pass can't find his teammate open as the Siege defense was right there, but referee calling that play of obstruction foul, I believe. Actually, believe it or not, it goes against the San Diego team. So the Siege will get it back. Deflected out of bounds. Simi Valley really have done something else this year. 39 wins, no losses, and 4 ties. You really can't say enough about that. But for win number 40, this early evening, late afternoon, it's Sunday, November 15th, 1992. We're already into the holiday season here. Steve McKenzie will take control of the kick. See if he'll do the honors, though. Don't always mean that they're going to be kicking it if they place the ball, but we'll see. And it will be McKenzie. But he did it a little too soon if the referee was ready, so he's going to tell him to. But now a card is issued. Don't understand what was going on there. Maybe he said something to the ref that he didn't like, but he's being shown the bench. And he's going to grab some bench. That's Hugo Melgosa. Couldn't quite see what the call was there. Maybe he was giving him a little bit too much lip or something, but he's going to sit down for a while, I believe, and just kind of cool off for a bit. Maybe we'll see him back in the game later on. So that's the second player for the blue team, the Combinado, the San Diego club, who have sit it out due to yellow cards. We've had one for Simi Valley. That's Andy Torres. Here comes the Siege. Making a run, a shot up too hard and high, out of bounds, but nice intentions by Scott Murray. 2-2 is the score here, the championship game in San Pedro. .50-50 ball in the air, and we have a foul goal for that one. And it'll be Combinado's opportunity. They say in soccer, in high school youth, before they get to be professional, you got to win that ball to really do anything in this game, even if all the shots don't fall for you. When you win that ball, you can move it up and down the field and have better positioning for your passing and for your conversions. One of the most common ways to score in soccer that I've seen and heard about over the years has been the corner kick. You place it where the goal mouth is, right where the player can leap up and just head it through. There it is right there for you. Haven't seen that in this game so far, but who knows, maybe we'll see it. It's a beautiful goal in this sport, and I really enjoy watching it. Over at midfield, nice distribution and feed over there to Trouncin. John just back passes it over to his man after he finds himself in trouble. A nice tackle, nice try there by Combinado, but he's being called for the foul. Not happy with the call, and now he's being shown the bench too. And they thought that was more of a deliberate tackle. Although, I don't know. Referee's being pretty strict here, but wants to keep things under control. And so the third player to sit down there is Alonso Perez. Alonso Perez seeing the bench. And here we go. High ball. Nice driving line drive kick up in the air. And now an offsides call. And disappointed look on Trounsin's face, but not arguing with the referee, but you really don't want it with this fellow. He's not going to fool around with any of these players today. He's already issued 4 cards, and who knows if he's going to be doing it anymore today. Wouldn't be surprised if he does. The Siege have come back from a 2-0 deficit to tie this one up at 2-2, and are now feel as though they got the momentum they need to get going in the second half. We're under 5 minutes remaining in the opening half of this ball game. Making a run now. Nice defense there by the Siege. Ed Burns really used his height to his advantage and boxed out his attacker, but didn't foul him. He just didn't give him any position to move around him. Wasn't able to turn with the ball the way he wanted. Nice, impressive defense by Burns. And Ed, you want to talk about Ed a little bit. He's one of the younger players on the team. He graduated from Northridge in 1991. So if this team is around for a while, he'll probably be with them for a good amount of time. Lot over the midfield at the midfield line. Dropped out towards the left. Here they come along the left wing side, trying to get a hold of Linhart. Taken back away by Combinado. Players just want to let the referee know they're not out there to hurt anybody, and don't give me a card. Kind of get sensitive about that, I guess. He's issued 4 of them already. Got to be careful. A good shot there. A nice one of Jose Luis Cuevas. The forward. Nice kick along the left-hand side. Nice distribution as he finds his man open. He's got to keep it in bounds and unable to do so, but goes off of him and he gets it right back into play again. So here we go. At the midpoint line is where we're at. Both teams looking for the tiebreaker before the first half. Pass towards the center, towards the left now. It's the Siege. Patiently move the ball up the field. Towards the middle, near the penalty area. Around that ball now is McKenzie. Over to his man along the right. Line drive, kick up, and the header goes off to the side. Nice try there by the Siege. Nearly getting one in there. The whistle sound, and that signals the end of the first half of play. Simi Valley 2, San Diego 2. I'm George Langevin. It's been a really good first half of play for both teams. A lot of hot and heated action, but a lot of exciting play at the same time. We'll be back for the second half in just a few moments here for this George Langevin production. Welcome back to the second half of play. We're tied up at 2 here at Daniels Field in San Pedro. Good ball game. Let's go over the first half of play between these two ball clubs as we get set and get underway here. In the first half of play, the Combinado team had scored their initial goal, and we'll explain to you about that one. Jose Luis Cuevas, and as well as another teammate, feeding it off to Pablo Varela, who was able to get it inside, just barely past his defender, who was right near him on the ground, and just kind of off balance, he trickled it into the net, and they got off to the early 1-0 lead in the first 10 minutes or so of the game. And then about 10 minutes or so later, the next goal scored also by Pablo Varela on a nice feed from his teammate, Hugo Melgoza. And again, that shot was a little bit off balance, but Pablo able to convert it, and that was 2-0 then in the first half. And a nice save there by the keeper, as we see, for the Combinado team. They will be moving to our left in the second half, and to our right will be Simi Valley. And Simi Valley scoring, they tally 2 to tie it up at 2 on a goal by Thor Lee, on an assist from Trounsden, as well as Andy Torres. And then the second goal to tie it up, a nice direct kick on goal over the wall of opponents by Scott Murray to tie this one up, and we're even at 2 here as we're opening up the second half of play. Combinado looking to get off to a good start the way they did for this entire ball game here in the second half as we get ourselves going again here. Here's one of the goal scorers in the first half, that being Scott Murray. Scott, a 85 grad of Cal State Northridge. Scott also played for the Hollywood Kickers in the American Professional Soccer League in 1987 and the MVP of the Greater LA Soccer League in 88. We had mentioned that again earlier. We want to say it again. He really is some player. You can really see by the way he kicks the ball and talks to his teammates out there and communicates and is able to distribute the ball accordingly and has done very well all facets of the ball in this entire match so far. Nice feed there. The Siege, though, have to turn it around as Combinado trying to make a run for it. Nice pass out towards the side there, but they're able to thwart the possible shot on goal by San Diego. Now at midpoint line, taken over by number 5, Oscar Casillas for a second. He's in the ball game now. We have not seen Hugo back in there yet for San Diego. Hugo got one of the cards in this game. 4 of them were issued during the first half of play. Most of them during the second part of that first half, when players got more back involved into the action. Over along the far side is Murray. Short lifting ball coming out as a keeper, and his sweeper is able to get rid of it in time. Good job by Combinado as he saved the day on that particular play. So now the Siege will take it from their own end, from the far side, actually around the midpoint line, that is. 50-50 ball up in the air, and Siege, good battle there for the ball. Combinado, and a hold right there against the Siege. At midpoint line, as we're at. Pass towards the keeper, and he's got control of it. Joel Entrican playing the entire game at the goalie spot. Did the same when he played in San Diego for the Kennedy Cup a couple of years ago. And that one will go over to this. Actually, that'll go to Combinado. Good look at there at Dario de la Riva. Siege now taking turns back and forth, both clubs trying to toss that back into play and get something started here in the second half of play. And now the injured player right there rolling around trying to fight off some pain. Let's see who that might be. And I believe that's number 19. Yes, it is. I believe that's Dario de la Riva. Apparently, he pulled a little bit of a muscle of some kind. Or got a little ankle injury. Nothing really major, just a stiffness, maybe. He's trying to walk it off. Apparently, he just got stepped on or something when he was going for the ball, which could happen. So, he's shaking it off like any kind of professional will do. And will continue to play as much as possible, any way possible, to help his team win. Right at midpoint and over it. And the Siege and San Diego both have been very quiet so far in the second half of play so far in these first 5 minutes. The team really doing anything at this point. But that will change. Soccer is a streaky game as far as momentum, tempo, and types of drives being established. Nice kick by Entrigan. Unable to find an open man, though. But it doesn't matter as he gets that ball over midpoint and on to the Simi Valley territory. Nice distribution by San Diego. Crowd still intact here. They're not going anywhere. This game will be tight to the finish, you would suspect. 2-2 right now. We're in the 50th minute of the ball game. Still another 40 minutes remaining in this game. What can happen? Pass Simi Valley along the left wing side, lifting ball in the air, taken back and over to Trounsden from Tron Lee. Thorley, that is. Centering pass, shot deflected back from to San Diego. Defense tightening up now against the Siege as they make a bid here to get the go-ahead goal and take their first lead of the ball game. Center shot and off to the side and out of bounds. Nice try by Simi Valley there. And they continue to knock on the goal door, but are not able to get the answer. So Combinado will take back. Not a good kick, though. Taken away by Simi Valley. Making a run, but now I believe the referee... Something maybe away from the ball here happening. And someone now is going to be sent off for a card. And let me see who that's going to be. That's going to be Thorley. Thorley's coming out of the game. Don't know if he had done something detriment to the game here. Didn't quite see what it was, but not very happy about it. And it kicks a little water and disgust there, but alongside of him there is Joe Rodriguez, his manager. Not really saying anything. He knows how it is out there. They played an awful lot of ball games. Nothing unusual there. Very competitive fire in Lee. One of the standout ball players of this team. They need him back there, but they're going to have to wait for 7 minutes. But this team's full of stars, and I'm sure that won't really matter to them. They can come back, whoever they've got in there. They've got a good bunch of players. They'll do the job when called upon. Combinado really hoping to take the lead here. This is important. They started out with a rush with 2 goals in the first 20 minutes or so of the game, only to lose the 2-0 lead and have Simi Valley tie it. And now it's been a real struggle for them to really get something going. If they can get that first goal in, that will really get them started for the second half here. Combinado trying to backtrack and get it out of danger as the Siege continue to move it into their attacking area. Combinado, though, when they need to play defense, they really have done the job, though. And now it looks as though we have an injured player on the field, and we do, as you can see there. Trying to determine who that is, if we can. And it's number 8, I believe, for Combinado. Yes, indeed. That being Alonso Perez. So Alonso is down, and hopefully he'll be okay. We want to see him back in there playing. And there he is. He's getting up, he's trotting off, and he seems to be all right, so that's good to see. Center midfielder, a very important position in soccer, and that's what Alonso plays. And Alonso taking the kick and kicking it out of those. He's all set and all ready to go. Combinado hoping for a break of their own here. You've got to make them too, not just hope for them, of course. That's what sports is all about. You got to get out there and give it your all and make your own opportunities. Distributed back to the Siege as they slow things down a little bit, slow the pace down of this game. Pass up and back over as the Siege just control the ball and just go for ball control if they can. Making Combinado come after him. I guess they're just trying to tire out Combinado. So they just try to slowly pass it around and delay time in this game. But of course, it's still only 2-2 tie ball game. Anything really can happen. Centering pass in the middle outside the arc, and that one rolling over to Combinado, and they will get the benefit of that. 2-2, as you can see the scoreboard over on the left side. Simi Valley finding Entrick, and a little dangerous play there, though. He had an attacker right near the net, but he wasn't able to react quick enough, but that can be a dangerous thing. No matter how old or how experienced you are, you can always have things happen to where you end up with an own goal. You don't want that. But in any level, it can definitely occur. Centering pass there by Flores. Juan playing that midfield position and doing a good job. Now over to Trounsden, the big forward, and to McKenzie. Distributing, shot on goal, and it's just wide to the right side. Nice play there. An attempt by Steve Linhart. Linhart not able to get it in, but he gave it his best try. A little frustrated there, but not to be depressed about. They'll have another opportunity, I'm sure, as it's still 2-2 here in this championship game in San Pedro. So Combinado hoping for their chance now, as they've seen Siege nearly capitalize on their opportunity. Over at midpoint, towards the center, taken now over by McKenzie. He's been in the heat of things lately. Lofting ball, and it drops over to the right side, and Simi keeping it in bounds still. They still have it. John Trounsden losing it over to his opponent. Intercepted by Murray. Over along the left, dropping down. Nice lead from Murray. Looking for a shot here. And getting by a couple of defenders. Not able to get one in is Linhart. He had the intentions, though. The pass was beautiful from Murray. And this one is up and over the posts. As they say in football, the extra point, but it's up too high. So it's still deadlocked at 2 here. Nice attempt, though, by the Siege. Passed over. Simi Valley. Nice lifting ball. Goes pretty far. These guys can kick it a good 40 yards in the air with no problem, many of them. From what I can see, though, it looks like the Siege really have a lot more power in their kicks than the Combinado team do. They rely more on the shorter passing and teamwork. Although Siege are doing the same, but they just seem to have more variety, the Siege, of what they can do. They just are tremendous out there. But you can never discount this other team. This team from San Diego's been playing for years. They know each other. They know what they're going to do. They communicate very well. Up high in the air, and a kip shot. And nice try there by number 5, Oscar Casillas, as Joe Entrikin, showing why he's one of these standout goalies for this team, is able to tip it up to the top of the crossbar and lift it over. If he doesn't get to it, that will hit the bottom of the bar and go in the net and be a goal. So a nice opportunity for San Diego goes astray because of good goalkeeping by Entrikin. Corner kick goes out of bounds, and a goal kick now for Joel and his Siege Ball Club. They hold off the attack of San Diego, and this remains a 2-2 ball game. So to toss the ball into play will be number 13, Juan Flores. We've called his name out lately here in this second half of play. Combinado making a run, a nice line drive pass. Entrikin, beautiful kick. That thing almost went 50 yards in the air. That was unbelievable. He really got it out of danger. What a goalkeeping exhibition being put on by Simi Valley. Over along the left. Actually, right side, that is. Juan Flores. Juan pushing up from midfield there. Trying to find a forward up in front to pass to. And he'll get the benefit of that call. He'll get a corner kick out of it. See what he can do with it. This is real exciting in soccer. A little bit too wide, though. A nice lifting ball, but up too high and then out of bounds. Generally, when you want to kick it from the corner, you want it right middle of the goal mouth for everybody to have an opportunity to head it in somehow. Nice ball by the keeper of Combinado at the midpoint line all the way from the other part of the field. And some holding going on right now. And it's going to go over to the Siege, I believe. Let's see here. No, apparently it was against the Siege. It was their fault. And now I guess one of the players may be sent off. Let's see. I guess not. I guess he just had to watch it and knock it off. And to be careful. Or next time he will send him off. So no one has been carded in that particular instance. And so far, no one has had a card in the second half. So apparently the coaches were telling the players to keep their cool and not get into any trouble. Really can't afford to lose players like that. It hurts their defense and offense and the whole game structure. So we'll have a corner kick for Combinado here. Short of the net. High ball, but over the top of the bar and out of bounds. Nice kick by Joel. Going over towards the left side of the field and cross now over to Flores towards the middle. And Combinado will intercept and get it back here. Good teamwork by San Diego. Simi Valley, it just seems like they're waiting for him sometimes, able to just sit back and have them come towards him and then intercept the ball or just get it back for themselves and move it their way, and they've been doing a lot of that so far. Although there was one instance in that last shot on goal against Ktnq that was outstanding. But Ktnq showed his great ability behind the net on that particular sequence. Lifting towards the middle of the net. And outside of the box now, and it goes, retrieved and taken by Trounsend. Nice catch by the keeper. Good ball game so far. We are still scoreless at 2. Ktnq now will set things up for his team, get things started. The Siege trying to keep their passing game going. Nice stoppage of that by San Diego. Nice lead here for the Siege. Here comes Thor Lee. Distributed, shot on goal, and it's good! Nice goal by John Trounsend on a nice feed from Thor Lee. Trounsend shot on the left side of the net. There was really not much space between the goalie and where the ball was. He could have gotten it, but it was a perfectly placed shot. And he has given his team a 3-2 lead. What a shot on goal by John Trounsend. Really, when you're at home here watching this, take a look at it again if you can. Outstanding. Siege now take their first lead of the game, 3-2 against San Diego. And leg tied over there, and it'll go over to Combinado. So Combinado has got to get themselves going here. They had one shot, like I mentioned earlier, that just didn't go, but got to make some more opportunities and hope that one of them will come through for them. Line drive there, he tried it, hit the corner of the top of the crossbar along the right, and out of bounds. Nice try by Combinado. Nice shot on goal there, but not to be. They knew they had to get it back in there and tie it quickly. They almost did, but he didn't quite get it to where he wanted it. But if he would have placed it in a better spot, it would have worked for him, as that one goes out of bounds. So these two teams have played some great soccer games. This one and the one they played during the summer that resulted in a 2-2 tie. And this one looks like it's going to be the same, the way things are going. Nice driving play by Ktnq again. He has got a powerful distribution on his kicks. Run down by Trounsend again. We've been calling his name all evening and afternoon long here as the night settles down in the stadium. So a goal kick for San Diego once again. Drop down along the far side. Turn by Linhart. Trying to find him again in the clear. Players just bunching up a little bit. You don't see that too often in adult soccer. Most of the time they're spread out really evenly, but sometimes it'll occasionally happen. But things are right there, as you can see, settled down. And we're all set. Up in the air, dropping down, taken away as San Diego looking to make a run for it if they possibly can. Over there now is number 2, Dario Barajas. His man in front, feeding it off to the striker, Valera. He has gotten 2 of the goals today for his team, the only 2 that have been scored for them, for San Diego. He is very dangerous, and I'm sure that the Siege are aware of it. Alonso Perez, who was gotten carded a while back, is back in there for his team. And now some fouling going on, and looks as though it's going to go. Let's see what the call is before we make any judgment here. Thorley was involved in that, and a card is being issued to San Diego. And coming off and out of the game there for a while is number 7, Armando Valera. He will be out of the game. And he'll sit it out for about 7 minutes. So here we'll have a free kick coming up for the Siege and Steve McKenzie. And a wall being formed, as you can see. It's about 40 yards or so outside the net. These guys can kick it a long way, though. This could be dangerous. Here we go. Actually, indirect pass. Ball loose, and it's going to roll in. The keeper was out of the box. He was over towards the right side trying to stop one of the attackers. He nearly did, but not quite to be, as the ball rolled loose behind him. And it was a seeing eye goal all the way. And the goal will be credited to John Trounsend, with help from his teammate, Steve McKenzie. And the Siege now leading it by 2. A big score in this ball game, as they've got a cushion now to work with. And they've added that important insurance goal in the 66th minute of this match. So one of the players going down here, and now let's see, another card being issued. Let's see, no, just a foul call. So it's a 4th player for San Diego to be taken out of the game due to the yellow card here in this ruling. In San Diego, CIF rules, they now have that playoff rule as well, to where when they play in those particular games, they will have to sit down for a period of time if they get a yellow card. I think that's really a good rule. Not only that, because it'll avoid them getting a red card. They will not get all upset and still be in the game. They'll be taken out, get a chance to cool off and rest, and then come back in there and not be all upset about everything. Now we have a whistle on the play there, and let's see. This game getting hot and heated now. The San Diego team not happy with the result of this one so far, 4-2 in their disfavor. Referee now will give it over to the Siege, so they'll get the benefit of that particular call again. And let's see, is there an injury? We'll take a look and see if we can find that. No, just a free kick for the Siege. Back over to Trounsend again. Boy, what a shot by Trounsend in that 3rd goal the Siege had. Just impressive. Very, very, just great. Really, really impressed by the whole thing. So they're up by 2 goals here. 4-2 is the score. Combinado needs to get one back soon here. They've got about 20+ minutes to get one back. Shot there wide to the right side. The Siege continued to attack. Trounsend again. And you can see the 2-goal lead up on the board. And another card being issued. Players not happy with things going on right now. You got to be careful, though. This referee seems very sensitive. Some are different, but you don't want to be giving them too much lip. And I believe indeed, at this time, it's going to be the Siege getting a player out of the game. Juan Flores is coming out for a little while. Juan out of Northridge, 1987 he played soccer there. Now, he's a class of 87 as well. So he's coming out of the ball game. And let's take a look here. I believe that's their 2nd card issued today. The other player, Andy Torres, was issued one in the 1st half. This is the first one for them in the 2nd half of play. A little holding going on, no call. Referee probably just didn't see it. Can't see everything sometimes. San Diego at the midpoint line looking to make a run for it now. That Simi Valley has lost one of their players here. So they can ignite a fire and get something started. Ball will drop and trickle over to the right and will roll away. Joel Intricate He's got the height, he's got the stretching ability, leaping ability to block those shots. He's really put on a great exhibition of how to be a good goalie in this ball game. At midpoint, over along the near side, that one will go out. We'll have a change of possession. Number 9 for San Diego, Jose Luis Cuevas. Cross pass over along the right. Looking for his man in the open, but not to be. Good defense by Ed Burns. Ed will clear it back to where it was initially. Rafael Villanueva, the stopper in the action. Outside, actually within the center circle area. Here come the siege. Can catch up. Goalie and player. And now the defender trying to stop it. He can, and it goes in, and a goal again for Simi Valley. And now it's 5-2, and the walls are tumbling down for San Diego. This time it's number 14, Scott Murray. Scott's second goal of the ball game. And an easy one. Well, what you can see here, it looks as though San Diego's getting a little tired. And we're not able to catch the drive of Simi Valley. Hopefully they're not suffering too much of a letdown, but it's very tough out there when you've got such a talented group of players as the Siege does. But you really can't give up like that. You just can't, but time is running down. We've got about 20 minutes remaining in this game. And to get 3 goals is awful tough to come back to. Score 5-2. Trouncin. No, there's the call. For a second, I didn't think they were going to call anything. And Trouncin is down now, shaken up briefly. It's as though he got hit on the leg somewhere. It's like his left leg, he's kind of clinching it a little bit. And a chance also to take a break, but looks like he'll be okay. And there he gets off his feet without a problem. Steve McKenzie, the midfielder. Steve in the class of 1986 for Northridge, playing on their team. Now we're taking a little break here as we want to talk about these players, and a header that goes away, but apparently before the whistle. And I guess that will be a goal kick. Now 5-2 is the score. Over there, McKenzie and his opponent. Let's go over some of these players now who have really shown a lot in this game. Or actually, for the roster in total. Coach Assad, the player coach number 11, he is the current coach for Cal State Northridge, and he played his ball at junior college, Mitchell Junior College. He was an All-American there in 74 and 75, so he's got a lot of good background and able to show his players how to play and work with them as a teammate. And that's really, it's great to have a player coach because you're actually watching the coach communicate out there as he's playing with you. This one kicked over along the right and out of bounds. And a look there at one of the Siege players. Now we get an ovation now as coming out of the ball game is John Trouncin. John has really been an integral part of this ball game so far. John scored 1, assisted 1 on the goals. Actually, John so far has scored 2 goals and has had 1 assist, so he's been involved with a lot of the action. Not only that, he's got at least an additional 4 or 5 or 6 shots on goal in this game, so he has really been a big part of it. He gets a nice break, a chance to sit back and take a breather, and maybe even get the rest of the day off. They're up by 3, looking pretty good here for Simi Valley. Combinado really doesn't have much time, and doesn't look as though they're really going to be able to come back here. Really asking an awful lot to do so. Centering kick and headed away by the Siege again. Simi Valley looking for the 40th win. It looks as though they're going to get it. Keeping it up. Nice agility, coordination right there being shown by the Siege. Over there, the leader of this ball club, Thor Lee. And now in the game, a new player, GC number 4, Scott Peary, the midfielder. He went to Cal State Northridge, graduated in 1991. Scott playing midfield today, so we did get a chance to call his name out, getting some playing time in there for John Trounsend. Well, on the right, run down there by Scott Murray, but no problem. Entrican, that is. Entrican, Joel, from San Diego originally, but part of the class of 1991 for Northridge will distribute it out. Back we go. The Siege, nice pass. Actually, thought someone would be there to receive it, but not to be, and keeper is clearing away. The pace of the game slowing up now. Things are just winding down here with about 15 minutes remaining in the ball game. Hope you've enjoyed it. It's been a lot of action going on. Depending on who you're rooting for or whatever, it's been pretty interesting. This one dropping over the bar and out. This Combinado team, though, has had a lot of players playing together for many years. They know each other real well. And another play going out of the ball game is Frank Cubillos. And coming in is the player coach, Marwan Assad. So an ovation for Cubillos. He has done a great job for this team. Frank, a Mission Junior College All-American before he went to Northridge and graduated in 1986. So another fine player on this ball club. Both teams really a bunch of all-stars out there just playing in their general community and putting together some good teams out here, going around, traveling, going to some of these tournaments and trying to compete. So we're going to keep into the sport, and they end up getting involved with another team, then they'll be all set. So hopefully things will work out for them, and that's what the hope is at this point. So here we go. Thor Lee with it, staying in the ball game all the way. That shot deflected and taken back away by San Diego. Now it'll be another day for San Diego here. They really started out with a flourish, the 2-0 lead to start this ball game up, but then Simi Valley, for some reason or another, just got themselves going after the first 20-25 minutes of the ball game. And once they got themselves warmed up into the game, they've been unable to give Combinado any opportunities. And they've had a couple here and there, but not many. And they've scored 5 consecutive goals. Very difficult to come back and get momentum that way. A lot of good defensive pressing on the Siege side against Combinado a lot of times. You've seen it all game long here. Every time they've got the ball, they go right against them, and they basically just press to where they just have to try to turn with it and try to make a move, and they can't. They've just been trapping so well on defense. I've been really impressed to see that. Dropping down near the bench of Combinado. And now let's see what the call will be here. Referee now motioning to the bench of Combinado. Let's see. Somebody going to be going into the ball game, I believe, for the Siege. As we see, yes, coming into the ball game is number 5 for Simi Valley, Don Imamira, defender. He's a 90 graduate of Northridge. So Don getting some playing time in this ball game. They've really got some great depth of this team. Siege is biding their time. They don't have to really worry about too much, just holding off the attack of the San Diego team as they're really playing defense now, dropping down a little bit. Fed off now to Deary. Over to Mamira, the 2 new players recently into the ball game. Passed off to the right. Back and forth we go as they just try to kill the clock. The referees watch. And let's see, was that a handball? I believe it was, against the Siege. So the keeper will take charge out there and get things rolling for their club, but really not much to roll or get moving because the time really winding down to the end here in this ball game. The San Diego team has played a good ball control type style. Some short, quick passes here and there. They've had their spots where they've airballed it a few times to their teammates to get some good distance on their kicks, but they've just had trouble against the good defense of Simi Valley. They've been able to box them out and have them so they're unable to turn on the ball and really make a move. It's really been impressive to see. Kick over towards the middle now. Combinado. On the left side, taken back away again. Defense all over him, as you can see the score. So Joel Entrikin, I'm sure he'll be a happy man when this ball game's over. He has really been one of the keys, too, to their success in this game and the entire season. 40 wins, no losses, and 4 ties for a full season is really impressive. Over there now is Armando Varela, the forward. Stolen away by the Siege again. No one marking that player in the clear. He's wide open. Trying to play back, I guess. Referee kind of in the way there, but Siege gets around it. Things have cooled off now. No more cards have been issued, so I guess this game pretty much getting to be a moot point for everybody. As far as who's going to win it and who's not. Passed over Murray. Murray being a big part of this ball game too. Armando Varela will distribute to his goalie. At the midpoint line, and it will be taken back by the Combinado Ball Club. You've really got to be happy about the fact that they got to the final here. It's tough to lose it, though, when you go home on the losing side. You sit there and you can kind of think about it on the way home, but again, you got other things to compete against, other tournaments, other games to play later on, and they can come back and out there and do it up. Sometimes things just don't work out the way you want them to. This team is really difficult, though. Again, they're slowing down their momentum, and they're making them unable to run. This team looks like a running team, and they've not been able to do so the way they want to. Siege have set up their defense accordingly, and has been very, very effective. Pass on the left, as they just go slow and deliberate here to waste some time. I hope all of you are going to be looking forward to the big event next year. Actually, the 2 years, the World Cup. I am. I want to see some of those great German teams and Italian teams play each other, and they always have a lot of good games. And a shot and a goal! Just when it looked like the scoring was going to be over, Siege continued to go after it, and here we go again with another goal. This time, it's Murray for the second time in a row on a feed from Scott Peary, who has only been in the ballgame for about 10 minutes. So Simi Valley adding to their tally. It's 6-2 now. And really, this game is pretty much over. Let's see now. San Diego will try to just play for some pride, and hopefully that will be enough for them to want to come back there and try to get 1-2 goals before it's all over. We're down to about 8 minutes now remaining in this game, plus or minus a few minutes, according to the referee's watch. Got a direct kick, I believe, on goal here. Yes, indeed. A shot up and up too high and over the top of the crossbar out of bounds. Nice try, though, by Combinado. They're playing for pride. They want to get some more goals, even if it means they're not going to win the game, just to make it respectable, the score. Whistle blown. Taken back away by Combinado. Will get the benefit of that one. Now in the game there is Marwan Asad. Actually, he came in recently. You haven't seen him too much now with the ball as he directs his teammates out there in the field. He's done an awful lot of coaching today, I believe, more than playing. At least we hadn't seen him too much. Pass towards the center now. Don Imamura, United grad of Cal State Northridge. And a free kick will go over to Combinado. Ball rolling down towards the left side. 2 goals in the game, a header, and it goes in. And a goal for Combinado. All right, they get one in as they play for some pride now and are able to get their 3rd one of the day. A goal by number 5 this time, Oscar Casillas, on a nice feed from Pablo Varela and also Alonso Perez. And it's a 6-3 ball game. So they get one in there. A little pride goal for San Diego, and maybe they can get another one before it's all over. Let's just see here. So take it back out. They're away. Stolen away by the Siege. Scott Murray, the defender. What a game today he has had. Through ball and taken back over. The keeper has it. Alonso Perez. And see a whistle being called on this particular play. We'll go over to the San Diego club. Centered out to the middle. San Diego looking for their 4th goal. Trying to turn it, he cannot do it. All day it's been a problem for the Combinado team. William Durkin there on the defense, the stopper, doing a job on his opponent. They have not been able to turn against his team. And this one going wide to the right. And now Combinado will have to go back and pass on the outside. Taken back away by the Siege. Nice tackle there. But doesn't pay off for Combinado. Nice try by one of the players there. I believe that's Geronimo Padilla, number 11, if I'm not mistaken. Hard to see some of these blue jerseys for this team because of the fact that they're merged in with the dark blue color. Much easier to identify the Siege team than it is for Combinado. Nice driving kick, but too far, too hard, and wide. And that is it. The game is over. The game is finito here in San Pedro, in the greater LA area, as the Simi Valley Siege come away with the championship as they beat San Diego 6-3. Players just congratulating each other, showing some good sportsmanship. These are all mature adults, know what it means to shake hands and respect one another at the end of the ball game. And that they do here. A lot of scoring in this game, an awful lot for a soccer game. You don't see it too often. 9 goals in the ball game as the Siege wave to their fans, and they're all cheering them on. Very proud of them. All the ones who came out from Simi to see this game here in the LA area. And why not? What a way to end a tournament. The championship game as they beat San Diego 6-3. The North American Soccer Organization is part of this tournament, and this is the league that they're in here at Daniels Field in San Pedro. Let's go over the scoring real quick while we can. Basically, 2 goals by Valera to start off the game on assists from Jose Luis Cuevas and also Hugo Melgoza, as they were ahead 2-0 in the first half, Combinado. And then to tie the game up, Simi Valley had to get a goal from Thor Lee and also a nice direct kick-on goal by Scott Murray to make it 2-2 in the first half of play as we were tied at halftime at 2-2. And there's the trophy for Simi Valley. And they pulled away in the second half as they scored 4 unanswered goals, 2 of them by Tronson, one of them an excuse-me goal, another one just a beautiful shot along the left side of the net that no one could catch. Unbelievable shot. I hope you can take a look at again. And then 2 more later on in the game by Scott Murray as they wrap it up here after a late goal, pride goal by Oscar Casillas. 6-3, Simi Valley beats Combinado de San Diego. I'm George Langevin. I hope you enjoyed this video presentation. Hope we'll be seeing you again real soon.